And I'm back. Okay, let's see if this is recording properly. Stop streaming. Okay, it says recording, so let me just minimize everything. Yeah, I'm back. I don't know how long I was gone for. But yeah, I had some things to do, and just to be honest, what I had to do is hang up clothes. And if you're wondering what time at nighttime, I got this device. I'm green, right? Like I tries to reduce my heating costs and tries to recycle and stuff like that. And well, I don't own a drawer, but even if I did own a drawer, I'll be getting one soon. I'm gonna try to use the drawer as least as possible. Now let me just refresh this because the video ain't loading. Okay. I believe it's a good considering everything that I've been hearing these days about the nature, the world we live in. I think. Oh, I got this thing up here on Twitch too. It says I'm playing Symphony Night. This is the first time I've ever started that it's saved because how many times I said New Journey Far is playing Zelda Classic, and then when I go in again, it's just gone. Like the website don't care. Now I'm not playing Symphony Night, but nah, Twitch don't care. So anyways, yeah. So I'm not hardcore green that like where it drives you crazy like I'm preaching or anything. I'm not much of a preacher. I don't care for a preacher, but I am green to the point that I will try to reduce my heat. I will try to reduce my garbage, and I'll recycle as much as I can. Now, I know that there's a lot of cities has already, by default, has taken that approach that they're enforcing that approach, but I'm living in a small bay town that you could only recycle bottles. You can't recycle paper. You can't recycle anything else, and that gets on my nerves, but I'll go as far as I can. Maybe you could teach me how to do that. Anyways, I'm going to start playing there now. Let's see. Okay, it looks like it's going good, so let's start playing. Last time when I was playing earlier, let's get rid of this mouse. Okay, when I was playing earlier, I was a bit lost, but it seems just right at the very last moment, I got a map that's going to kind of tell me where to go. But yeah, I'm a bit pro-green, not too pro-green, if that makes any sense. Well, the closest area to me is up here, so I should see if there's anything up here. So yeah, I don't have a drawer, but even when I get a drawer, unless I'm in like a weird living situation, like I've lived many times before, like an apartment or something, but then again, often when you live in an apartment, well, if I lived in an apartment on my own, like if I was in that situation again with no washer and dryer, oh yeah, oh shit, I've hung up clothes before too, just because of just being, I couldn't have a washer dryer where I lived, but now I do it by choice. Ah. Like I said, I'm not against driving a car, but I don't want to depend on a car. So if I ever get a car, well, I'll save money. Well, it's really helping myself personally if you think about it. But because I don't want to be driving a car that much, I'd rather be riding a bike. And for last time I visited the city of St. John's, which was a few weeks ago, I noticed that there are some that you can actually put little tiny motors on these. What is the point of all these platforms if you can't jump on it? That is, I guess that doesn't have to be a point. But anyways, as I was saying, I've seen just these little bikes with motors on. Now, I'd say there's a lot of people in the world that will call that, oh, that's pussy, that's pussy. You don't want to drive, you don't want to ride a bike with a motor on it. But me, I looked at that and I said, man, that's brilliant. Like the only time I'll ever want to drive a car now is if it's really cold. Well, Like if it's like the winter's coming soon. Oh, I see what's going on here now. I should have caught on to that. But yeah, like I'll get a car again. Last car I had was a 1999 Chevy Malibu. Now that's old, eh? But yeah, it's like. But I'm not against having like a bike with a motor attached to it, because what it is that it's not that I'm lazy. It's like I can't pedal a bike, but it's very convenient for, say, if you want to get over. Well, like say maybe I want like there's a little small town next to mine, but there's a big ridge over it, and it takes a long time to pedal up over that. So the convenience of having a little motor, I'm pretty sure the motor would give you have that little bit of power to push you up the big ridge. So that is something that I want to invest in the future. It's a lot cheaper than the car, so I'll probably have it long before I ever get a car. So yeah. Now, if anyone asks for my reasons why I decided to go green. Ooh! Hello, Pretty! Did you know there's an object, I think, in Donkey Kong Country Returns? I don't know if it's one or two, that has a steel thing in the background that's the shape of this creature's head. It's a rumor that is speculated that it's Rare's little tribute, not Rare, but Retro Studios' little tribute to Metroid, since they completely abandoned Metroid, you know? Wow, that's the easiest time I ever have beaten this guy. I almost don't wish Retro to Metroid again, because I'm half ready to fuck it up. Because it's only so far you can go with something before you do fuck it up. I felt like they nearly fucked up Metroid Prime 3. So you know what I mean? Like, wow, that's the easiest time I had with that boss. I like Donkey Kong Country Returns. They did a really great job with that in every possible way. It's one of the most underrated games I could possibly think of. Like, well, I don't know if it's too underrated, but I liked it. I haven't had the interest of playing Tropical Freeze or whatever, but that's only because I don't have a Wii. I feel it's right bad, because when the Wii first came out, they had all these promises, and I convinced Levi's mom to get the Wii for Davis. I shouldn't have said his name, sorry, but I convinced his mom to get the Wii U, because it'd be great for, like, I thought it was going to be the next big thing, and I did. I thought, from the way they were talking, I thought there was some really serious shit going on with the Wii U. And what ended up happening to it? Well, I played it for a bit, enjoyed it, and then, of course, just like everyone's story, stopped playing it because there was nothing to fucking play. And then they ended up getting a dog, and the dog chewed the power cord to the Wii U remote, and no one gave a damn sense. That was it then. I think their Wii U is still in a box somewhere. just like they had no choice but not to care. Like, I'm sorry, but this. But at the time, like, what was out? I really enjoyed the Mario game, despite the hate that's on it. But anyways, well, but despite that, Lego City. No, and it's not worth. Like, you can't buy the big problem that happened there. You can't buy the power cord at a store where we were to. You had to, if you want to get a spare power cord for this damn controller, you had to call Nintendo and order it directly from Nintendo. And now, don't call us lazy, perhaps because it wasn't that much money, but I'd say, well, let me put it this way: it was over. They expect to charge over $20, and I think their shipping goes in that. When it boils down to it, that's a hefty price for a power cord. When the damn company can just have the power cord for fucking sitting in a store, in a video game store shelf. Like, I hate how Nintendo just wants to do everything ass up backwards. So they just never cared. The Wii U started collecting dust because one had no choice. The dog chewed the cord, and that was it. So that's another thing to think about. I never understood that. I'll be honest. Why didn't? I think that was the breaking point for me. Why Nintendo just couldn't? They had a power cord for the 3DS, but no. If you want to get the power cord for the Wii U replaced, you have to call Nintendo itself and get it shipped to you. Stupid. I think that was what turned me against the Wii U. Because after all that money spent on the Wii U, well, for her, it was already collecting dust. Not that I care about me X or anything, but like I says, I was enjoying playing it, and I was enjoying playing it, kinda. But it wasn't good for the boy. I'll be honest, it wasn't good for the boy at all. Oh shit. Huh. Ah, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, that was the thing that turned me. Like the first thing when I started realizing things was going downhill was the drought of games, and then the customer satisfaction was shit. And then after I started watching Black Bond videos, and that was it. I don't have much health. Shit, I better not die here. Love that. Woo! Oh no. Nah, that's not too bad. I thought I would have a little bit of trouble with my controller, but that's not too bad at all. Controller on my top of my keyboard. So you played that game. You played the Game Boy Advance ones too. Was it Game Boy Advance? I really enjoyed Zero Mission. Yeah, that's what's called. Zero Mission was one of the most underrated games ever. I really enjoyed that one. It was one of the most underplayed, I'll tell you that. Any Metroid fan should play that. Now, some people might be... some people might be against that though. They might consider that a part of like the hand holding that's in gaming today. I love Zero Mission too. You know, like I know I know Souls of Wisdom 1 had a very big problem with execution, but you know Zero Mission is what inspired me to make Souls of Wisdom. I wanted to, not say I executed well, but that's what I wanted to do, like make a brand new story, because they fixed up everything, story and everything. They just made it all brand new, and that's what I want to do in Zelda 1. Now, not say I executed it to the, not say I executed this. I collected a bit of a call of the fans. There's no denying that, but you know there's no denying other things too, right? No! Oh. Oh, yes. Yes, I like that so very much. Yeah, it's a really good game. Well, let me put it this way: best remake of all time. In many ways, it's even it's even better than the first one. I consider it better. Now, some people won't, because you know some people are really old school that they don't like any remakes. But I thought that was a great remake. In fact, I'm considering on streaming, like. After this game, I'll be playing Ghosts and Goblins. More than likely, yes. But if I got time before Halloween, or maybe even slightly after Halloween, I want to do Zero Mission as well. I liked 4 as well, but 4 is, well, it's not too hard. Like 4 is not for everybody. But I think anyone can appreciate Zero Mission. But you know, I'm speaking from a biased point of view. Like, I used to think that about Symphony of Night, but there's a lot of like I'm beginning to learn, and I'm also beginning to feel why. But there's a lot of hardcore Castlevania fans that don't like the new style of Castlevania. And again, not only that I'm understanding that, I'm actually starting to feel exactly why. Symphony of Night is too easy. Too easy. Fuck you! Who would have thought? I never thought about it, but who would have thought? This can be used as a weapon if you're too lazy to switch weapons, man. Excellent. Grapple beam, used as like a hook shot. Used like a grapple beam, but a weapon when you're too damn lazy. Yeah, the take after it? Oh yes. I've played the 3 Game Boy Advance ones. I forget what they're called. Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Harmony of something, and I love Circle of the Moon. In fact, I might even go to far to say I'm starting to realize that I might like Circle of the Moon more than Symphony Night now. Especially recently, I'm finding Symphony Night too easy. It's so disappointing now that I played it recently. Yeah, I haven't been so disappointed in the game all my life, but I remember Circle of the Moon being pretty hard. I would like to play the DS once. I've seen it, but I never got a chance to play it. But the DS once looks pretty good. But yes, I remember Circle of the Moon being pretty hard. I love Circle of the Moon, but also too, well, just like anything. Like, I remember having a bit of trouble with the zombie dragons, and even the final boss, he's a little bit hard if you don't know what to do with him. Because he has really powerful hits. I remember that because he like towards the end they would transform into all these like the eyeball, and there's all these bats going around, but then his main form just keeps coming out and tries to ram you. Now all you have to do is use your super jump thing to just dodge out of the way, like, or you can just do like the cheapest way possible and just wait a second. You can do it the cheapest way possible and just stick to the top and time it quickly, knowing when to drop down so you can hit the bat. So the final boss isn't that hard when you think about it. I figured out what's going on. Yeah. Portrait of Ruin. I've seen a video of Portrait of Ruin where you fight like Frankenstein, like Frankenstein's monster, and like the Frankenstein's monster looks really good in Portrait of Ruin, if I recall correctly. But I never had a DS. I'm trying to get a 3DS back that belongs to a friend of mine, but my ex had it for the longest time. Yeah, my ex had it for the longest time. Levi's mother, and she had a young fella living with her at the time, and he decided to borrow it because I had to leave without a moment's notice, so I thought I would get the 3DS back whenever, but I still don't have it back, and I don't think I'll ever get it back. Like, I'm not blind, I'm not dumb, but it's possible, but it's unlikely. No. And unfortunately, but that's just the way it rolls. Well, considering that there's been a lot of drama, I'll just leave it at that. This chances are, I'd say the bloody thing has been sold, but I don't. Nah, I'm not going to believe that because the girl swore on her son's life. She swore on Levi's life that she didn't sell, so I'm not going to believe that. You don't swear on your child's life, no matter what, right? You don't swear, so she didn't sell this. But there was a young fella living there because when I was going to see him before I moved out here, like, I knew he was living there, and I let him play it. But I didn't think he'd goddamn take it, the stupid cunt. But oh well. Yes! Oh, wave beam! I'm impressed with everything.